Welcome everybody to Extreme Off-Road Silly Bills, and today we're dealing with the 1965 Toyota Sports 800. Now this has 760 horsepower, 550 pounds-feet of torque from a 3.6 litre turbocharged inline-6 engine. The car itself now weighs 1,473 pounds, has off-road tyres, all-wheel drive and off-road suspension, and it can now do 0 to 60 in 3.475 seconds, 0 to 105.383 seconds, and going to a top speed of 181 miles an hour. So yeah, fairly impressive, horsepower, torque, far bigger engine than it ever had originally. It's got 3 times the cylinders and more than 3 times the cubic capacity, but obviously it's a very lightweight car. It's got such a small wheelbase as well that oversteer could be an issue, and as you can see by the stats, yes, the top speed, acceleration, launch are all fairly good. Braking is decent for a car of so little weight, but the handling isn't particularly great at all, and the off-road capability is way below what I'd expect for a car to do well on this series. Usually it's about 7 or if not higher, so this could struggle. It could get thrown about a fair bit, and yeah, it's obviously got dealing with a lot more power than it had originally. Only had 44 horsepower in its stock form, so yeah, I'm not expecting a great deal from this. Certainly not expecting it to match the Nissan Z from the previous episode, which is our new 3rd place position on this series. And this car is awfully shiny in silver by the looks of things, almost blinding. But yeah, lightweight cars can get thrown about fairly quickly on this series. Once you start bouncing and getting thrown around, it's very hard to get back under control, because obviously if you're in the air, you have no brakes and no steering, so it can be very difficult to get back under control. We've not had to use our free rewinds in a episode for a while now, so yeah, if we're going to be doing that in any car, it's going to be this. But yeah, more than 160 down there, that is nearly twice the speed this could do originally in stock form at the top end. Because yes, this could only do 89 in stock form, so yeah, asking a lot out of this car. Usually it's only a few things that are radically different over the stock car of a vehicle that we use on this series, but with this car it's everything. Speed, acceleration, horsepower, torque. Even the weight is slightly more, although by no means enough to stop it from being thrown around. And obviously on top of all that, you've got to deal with the off-road conditions. Seems to have too much understeer, which is probably helped by the fact that it doesn't weigh anything, so there's really not that much to understeer, obviously, though there's a lot more power up front than there were before. Sliding all over. Even though the brake stats isn't the best on this, like I said, because it weighs so little, it's really not going to be too much of an issue. Yeah, 150 down there. Slide through that corner. No issue through that more tight section. So small and light and nimble. We're not going to be as quick as the Nissan Z car in the previous episode, but we're not going to be as slow as I thought we were going to be. A time of 3 minutes 20.242, so yeah, not as quick as the Nissan Z car from the previous episode, which managed 3 minutes 14.553, but to be less than 6 seconds behind a far more modern car that was used to dealing with that level of power, or thereabouts, is yeah, on the whole fairly solid, and it is, by my reckoning, the fastest Toyota we've had on this series so far. Yep. Obviously the Liberty Toyota Tacoma TRD performance truck is faster than this, but that was such a heavily modified car, even in its stock form, that didn't really resemble a Toyota. So in terms of stock Toyotas that still resemble a Toyota, yeah, this is the fastest that we've had on this series so far, even beating the Tacoma TRD Pro by nearly a second. So yeah, that's pretty damn good. And yeah, it's only slightly behind the Lexus RCF Track Edition and the Cupra Urban Rebel Concept. And not only is it quicker than the Tacoma, but it is also quicker than the Ford Mustang Mach-E 1400, the Jeep Gladiator Rubicon, the Mitsubishi Galant VR4, the Nissan Sentra Nismo, and the Toyota Hilux AT38, as well as the 4Runner TDR Pro. So yeah, overall a solid car. Not as slow as I thought it was going to be, but given the lack of weight and the decent amount of power, you would expect it to be somewhat quicker. But quite frankly, given everything it was going up against it, and everything else it was actually dealing with in addition to what it had originally, yeah, that was fairly impressive. And considering how light it is and how small the wheelbase is, I was expecting it to be thrown around a lot more, but that wasn't quite as big of an issue as I was expecting it to be honest. So yeah, which definitely helped it be as quick as it was. So yeah, overall a solid effort, and yeah, definitely one of the, if not the quickest low-powered stock car that has been upgraded on this series. I don't think any other car in the that is quicker than this, or even near this, was anywhere near as slow as this was originally. Yeah, I think only the 550A Spider could be considered another underpowered car, but even then that was hardly a slow car in stock form. So yeah, overall impressed by this, and yeah, just goes to show, just because it's slow and not have that much power in stock form doesn't mean that there isn't room for improvement with upgrades. So yeah, but nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.